Welcome to day 22 of the Visionary Journaling Quick Collage Challenge. Today might go a little bit differently than usual because I spent some time yesterday going through some of my images, getting rid of things that didn't really fit anymore, and also going through some magazines and collecting some words. So yesterday I did this, which is very simple, but I just really like it. It's just like empty space, and it might seem kind of barren. It might seem, for me, it's kind of deserty, which is where I grew up, and it feels very peaceful. And when I was pulling the words, I was looking for words that fit, and I was also playing with what might go here today. Nothing really said yes in a deep way last night, so I'm very curious to see what's going to happen today. I'm going to try some of those ideas again. The other thing I want to say is that I use these books as reminders of and just when I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm out of sorts or confused or feeling like I've lost my way, which happens from time to time, I like to go through them and remind myself of these ideas that I put down here. So one of the things that happened was that I felt like I wanted to put in some pages. I looked at this yesterday. This page and this. I really like, obviously the colors, they go really well together. So one of the things I'm going to do later today is put these on the next pages, just so I have them together. Getting back to this page, so I'm going to kind of keep that in mind. I really like this for a long time, going together with this again, like portals. So, and I tried this as a background. I was looking for something again to kind of work with that, but it was just a little, I just so love the beauty and quietness of this. I also like this, again, portal, but this is really feeling good. I also tried something kind of along the lines of matching, but I really like this. And this was something also that came up. Again, this kind of matched the horizon. Again, that kind of relates to this page. Nothing stops a certain fearlessness, anything is possible. And this model here certainly has that attitude. But did I mention I really like this? So there's a couple things that are really interesting about this. Last night when I was going through my pages and getting rid of some things and looking at words and cutting them out, I decided that if I found the right thing, the thing that said yes, I would go ahead and glue it down, because I was really in the creative space. I was in the flow. I was very happily sitting here with my work, and yet nothing appeared. So I thought, oh, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow morning, because that's the time to be doing this page during my creative practice. And so you saw me go through the pages. I was still very much convinced that this was the right page, but it wasn't until, I don't even know where this page was sitting at this very moment, but it did work out perfectly. I'm very happy with this spread. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to take some time to find exactly the right words for this, because this This spread has a lot of meaning for me, my personal iconography, and it's now made the jump from creative practice to a page that I know I'm going to come back to, and that has a very deep meaning for me. So again, I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna take some time and go through some words that really resonate for me with this spread, and also I'm gonna glue down the other 2 pages that I showed you. So my creative practice has now jumped over into my deeper visual journaling work, the work that I am very much communicating with my innermost thoughts and ideas and my progress of growth. So I want to just emphasize that this is the value of both the creative practice and the deeper visual journaling practice, where this imagery starts to happen and this dialogue starts to happen, and you really get to know yourself and who you are. And to me, that's really invaluable. It's a gift that this process gives me over and over again. And so making these books where I can come back and revisit, I have these pages as reminder, and again, invaluable resources. So that's day 22, visionary journaling, and my heart is very happy, and I thank you so much for watching and sharing this process with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I thought that was the end of the session, but I really wanted to share with you something very exciting that happened. As I said at the end of the first part of this session, I felt very heart happy, which is the whole point of this process, but I wanted to share with you even more, because after I turned off the camera, I was looking at these and I thought, for me, they're just speak to me so strongly. Again, I'm breaking out of my kind of normal mode of thinking, or at least trying to, because again, you see the portals, but I just thought, I can't put words to this. It just speaks to me so deeply. It's so beautiful for me that I don't want to put words to it. I just feel like it makes sense. Anything is possible, and you come to this just kind of empty space that's peaceful and quiet for me, and that was enough. And I was going through my words, organizing them. These words came out, and I'm like, okay, now those are words that go here. That was like, yes, these words go here. So the story is continuing, it's deepening for me. And as I mentioned, then I went on to put these pages together, because I don't know if you can tell, but I have that excited creative buzz going, and I was just on a roll, so I decided to keep going. And again, I wasn't sure about what words to put on here, but these are colors that I just love, and I love that this was in sand, and here she had her feet up the steps, etc., etc. And so now I have this very happy footprint. And then these words were a little bit different in the order of which I found them. But for me, this is again the message of this whole process, that the best self-expression is something that makes us feel good. And I just wanted to put the camera back on to share with you, while I'm actually in this moment of creative happiness, what the value of this process is, and how it works, and how it can really bring out the happiness through creativity. So that is the end of this session. I'm going to go photograph these and put them at the end so you can see them up close. One last thought. I did want to emphasize that these pages are for me. I mean, these are my personal pages, my personal process that I'm sharing with you. So this story is for me. I also feel that it's a very universal story, as I mentioned, about the heroine's journey. So I'm beyond excited about this, where this is going, and I have 8 more days of filming, but my process is going to continue here. And thank you again so much for being here and taking the time to watch. And I really hope that you take a little bit of time for yourself to get started on this journey and find your own iconography, your own story, the own theme that's running through your life, because there is one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.